And next story, getting around New York City. Getting around New York City. And this is a real story and real advices and real information. You can use it for real when you visit New York City. Okay, and as usual, understand, repeat, answer. You can travel in New York City by subway, by bus, or by taxi or car. First one is by subway. The New York subway is enormous. Enormous. And let's spell this word and you write it down. Enormous. It's a new word for you. Enormous means very big, huge. E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S. Enormous. Enormous. E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S. Enormous. Enormous. The New York subway is enormous, and can take you everywhere quickly. And can take you anywhere, and can take you everywhere quickly. The New York subway is enormous and can take you everywhere quickly. However, the stations are hot and uncomfortable in the summer. And the system can be confusing for tourists. And the system can be confusing. What is confusing? Confusing. And can you make an adjective? What is adjective? Can you make adjective? And the system can be confusing. And the system can be confusing for tourists. Who often get on the wrong train. Who often get on the wrong train. It can be also very crowded. What is crowded? C-R-O-W-D-E-D. C-R-O-W-D-E-D. Crowded. Crowded, crowded. It can also be very crowded. During rush hour. During rush hour. What is rush hour? Rush hour. What is rush? When you are in a rush, you always want to do everything very quickly, very fast. Rush is like very fast. Fast hour. Rush hour. It can also be very crowded during rush hour. It can also be very crowded during rush hour. It can also be very crowded during rush hour. Rush R-U-S-H, rush, rush hour, rush hour. R-U-S-H, R-U-S-H, rush, rush hour. 7 to 9 in the morning. And 5 to 7 in the evening. Okay. Second way, by bus. The buses give you a good view of the sights. The buses give you a good view of the sights. The buses give you a good view of the sights, but if traffic is bad, your trip can take a long time. Your trip can take a long time. Before you take the subway or the bus, you should first buy a metro card. You should first buy a metro card. A metro card is a plastic card that people use on both. What is both? B-O-T-H. Both. B-O-T-H. O-T-H. B-O-T-H. Both. A metro card is a plastic card that people use on both buses and the subway in New York City. Use on both. Okay. And the last one, by taxi or car. Taxis are great but expensive. Taxis are great but expensive even. Expensive is better. Taxis are great but expensive. Driving in New York, especially Manhattan, is not recommended. It's almost impossible to park. And New York drivers have a reputation for being aggressive. Okay, now questions. When is the subway usually very busy? When is the subway usually very busy? Translate. When is the subway usually very busy? Answer. The subway usually very busy during rush hour. Yes, very good. Okay. Where is a good place to sit to see the sights? Where is a good place to sit to see the sights? Understand? Repeat. Answer. Understand first? Where is a good place to sit to see the sights? And you can say, a good place to sit to see the sights is on the bus. Okay, very good. Question number 3. Where can you use metro cards? Where can you use metro cards? You can use metro cards both on subway, and on the bus. Very good. Number 4. What is the problem with taking a taxi? What is the problem with taking a taxi? What is the problem? Taxis are great, but very expensive. So the problem is that they are very expensive. Okay, and last question here. What is the reputation of New York drivers? What is the reputation of New York drivers? Yes, New York drivers are very aggressive. Very aggressive. Okay, and just give me 4 words and we finish today. Very big. If something is very big, yes, what word we use from this text? New word. New word for very big. Very big is enormous. Remember, enormous is very big. Okay. What is very good? Very good is excellent. Excellent. Okay. What is full of people? Full of people. Crowded. Yes, full of people is crowded. And last phrase, difficult to understand. What is difficult to understand? What word can describe this phrase? Difficult to understand. Word from the text. And word from the text, yeah, that's right. Confusing. Confusing. Okay, we got the story. Hey.